Ladies and gentlemen, our long national nightmare is over. The Watcher is back. There isn't a whole lot to say, but I hope you had a lovely holiday season, that it was full of family time, or not, if your family sucks, it's kind of up to you. But I had a lovely time. My wife and I drove very far, but we got to see both her parents and mine, and all told, I had a wonderful holiday break. So I hope that the same thing happened for you, and I hope that you are excited that the Watcher is back, because I sure am. I was looking forward to doing this. So without further ado, I hope you're enjoying the power rankings that may or may not be on screen right now, and I'll see you at the end of the sim. Tiny bit of news. Bruno Guimas has been booked to face Sean McCorkle at UFC 84, Monson versus Whitehead. Mike Whitehead is heavy... Oh, it looks like they're fighting for the heavyweight title, it looks like. That's weird. What happened to Frank Mir? Let's go check that quick here. Let me look. What are my belts? There we go. Yeah, it's vacant. I don't know what happened to it. Andrei Arlovsky vacated it? Ah, he did drugs. So, there you go. Arlovsky got stripped of the belt for doing drugs. It is now Whitehead versus Monson for the title. This is the worst timeline in existence. That would be the 3rd and 5th ranked heavyweights. Alex O'Reilly is the 7th ranked heavyweight in UFC, so he's not exactly getting robbed for a title shot there. Anyway, on the undercard, we will see Bruno Guimas versus Sean McCorkle. McCorkle will be making his 5th UFC fight, and Bruno Guimas will be making his 2nd, after losing to the former disgraced champ. So there you go. Now we will see that fight in November. We'll be on this episode, and Machado McGregor is out of prison. That's very important. He's still technically in his rookie year, even though he had the one fight against Alan Cooper in February 2008. So he's been out of the fighting game for 18 months. Don't go to jail, kids. And here we are for the first fight of episode 14. We've got Bobby Braxton and Czech Congo facing off on the... Oh, Conor McGregor's there. Fun. Facing off the main card of K1 Heroes 26. Let's get to the fight here. Bobby the Bruiser Braxton facing off with Czech Congo. Bobby Braxton holding a professional record of 9-3. Czech Congo a professional record of 11-3-1. Both men tasting defeat 3 times in their career. Czech Congo's most recent loss came to George Joe and Cage Rage 18, the undefeatable George Joe, that is. And Bobby Braxton's most recent loss coming against Brad Morris to drop to 3-3, and he's won 6 straight since then. So a lot of momentum behind the Bruiser here. Not considered to be a big favorite, but we will just have to see how it goes. K1 Heroes Heavyweight Division, and here we go. 10 minutes in the first round, 2 men touch gloves. Kickboxing versus kickboxing. Let's see what happens. Spin kick from Bobby Braxton. Congo lands a lead kick. Both guys meet in the center now. Congo throws Braxton off balance. Congo with the big sequence there. Braxton starts a sequence of strikes. Congo with a pair of jabs. Braxton misses 2 punches. Nothing significant. Both begin a couple minutes into the round here. Good right hook from Congo. Ooh, takes a solid right hand, Braxton does. 2 guys engaged. Roundhouse kick to the body from Congo. Congo with 2 counter lefts. Braxton misses a Congo again. Congo definitely leaning at a higher rate right now. 2 guys engaging in the center. Right cross from Congo. Braxton tries with strikes. Congo hits a left hand. Braxton hits a nice roundhouse kick to the ribs. 2 guys in the center now. Congo fools him with a feint. Misses with a big right hand though. 2 guys back and forth. Braxton lands a 1-2. Congo with a 5-punch frenzy. It's a great name for a band. There's a band called 5 Iron Frenzy, I think. Anyway, both guys fighting, stepping in. Braxton with the kick to the legs. Congo misses 3 or 4 punches. Braxton getting tired now. 1 minute in the round remaining. Braxton forcing exchange of strikes here. Congo hits a pair of jabs. Nothing really with exchange of strikes, and that, I think, will end the first... Oh, great right hook from Congo. Braxton being totally outstruck. That's not something you want to hear. And that is the end of round number 1. I gotta stop the timer here and check the fight metrics. Braxton only landed 2 jab punches and 3 jab kicks, compared to Congo's 46 jab punches and 2 jab kicks. So Not a good first round from Bobby Braxton. Not at all. Not even remotely. He's going to have to wildly step up his game and probably hunt for a finish if he intends to come away from this fight a victor. So we will have to see what happens, but let's get into round number 2. Two guys meeting in the center. Braxton lands a leg kick. Congo can't hit a right cross. Both guys moving forward to engage now. Braxton misses. Oh, misses the right hook. Both guys coming together to strike. Congo with a big right hook to the jaw. Braxton's knocked down. Uh-oh. Congo going for stomps. Braxton manages to get back up. Because, you know, Japan. Braxton getting a little bit tired. Congo scores a jab, misses a leg kick. Left jab, misses the right hand. Braxton absolutely needs a finish here. Both men are very tired. Congo's going to pin Braxton to the ropes. And hits him with some dirty boxing here as he's stuck against those ropes. Knee strike to the ribs. Elbow to the face, and that is the end of round number 2. The judges' decisions are now being announced, and it would not be surprised. Yeah, all 3 judges agreed that Congo is the winner. Bobby the Bruiser Braxton's 6-fight winning streak comes to an end at the hands of Czech Congo. He had a very good run there, but Czech Congo is just a little too much for him. Congo now moves to 12-3 and is on a 5-fight winning streak of his own. All right, a little bit of news here. Don't need to look at that one. Oh, I don't know what I just deleted. Oh, I do. Billy Willie just got offered a contract to King of the Cage. No response if he's accepted it yet or not. And Machado McGregor has been booked to fight his 2nd fight of his career, November 2009. Out of jail, it's gotten booked for a fight. The world's not given up on him yet, so congratulations. All right, a little bit of news here. Anderson has been booked to face Dan Christensen at Strikeforce Muxlow versus Cyborg. Christensen is a 10-7 fighter, having lost to Billy Willie a couple fights ago, but has not lost since, beating Christian Wellish and Ron Sparks. And Anderson just make his 7th professional fight, having just beaten Prince McLean. And lost to Shane Carwin before that. So that'll be Strikeforce Muxlow versus Cyborg. That will be in November. Will be on this card, or will be on this show. That'll be fun to see. And Billy Willie has signed with King of the Cage. He now works for King of the Cage and Elite XC, where he is the Elite XC heavyweight champion. King of the Cage. Let's go take a quick peek, just cause it's fun. Features Billy Willie now. That is the only guy on our roster, as far as I could tell, that is still with King of the Cage. The championship is vacant after Bennett Rothwell vacated it, after Bruno Guimas vacated it. I'm sure Rothwell is with UFC. Oh, it's with Strikeforce by now, exclusively. So there you go. He's also the champion. Big Ben. Anyway. And yeah, Bruno before he went to UFC. So could be the second of our guys to hold that title, but he'll have to fight his way up the rankings first. He's 8-1 and a champion elsewhere, so it probably shouldn't take him long. All right, folks, deep on the undercard of a Pride card that features Krokop versus Verdum in their first fight in this world. But deep on the undercard there, Ron Francis Jr. versus Carl Su Manu Tafa, who's coming off a win over Soa Palele, has won 1 record in Pride. He is facing off with our Save's very own Ron Francis Jr. 5-1 record, making his Pride debut. Let's get straight into it. Won't have to wait long. It is the first fight on the card. Ron Francis Jr., a -1200 prohibited favorite. Jiu-Jitsu Sambo specialist versus Carl Badwater Sumanatafa, plus 950. Sumanatafa takes a right hook to the eye. He's cut now. Ron Francis Jr. going for that takedown. Couldn't get the single leg, but he's going to drive him up against the ropes. Hits that trick takedown now. Ron Francis Jr. right into side control. Attempts that knee bar. Sumanatafa does not lose it. Trying to Kimura over there for the side control. That's locked in tight. And Sumanatafa is going to tap out. Ron Francis Jr. takes just 2 minutes and 11 seconds to go ahead and dismantle Badwater. So there we go, a great fight, and Ron Francis Jr. has started his Pride career with a victory. Congratulations to Ron. All right, and just a tad bit of news here. George Joe is coming to the end of his cage rage contract and entering the renegotiation period. This is going to be a huge one. He'll be back in 20 days. The contract expires in less than 6 months. It is a standard contract. He could sign for anyone right now. He is the 9th ranked heavyweight in the world. He has held the Cage Rage heavyweight title and defended it 5 times. I mean, this dude's a big deal. I would not be shocked to see him go straight to UFC or straight to Pride. Let's check his skills here. He's comfortable in the cage or in the ring. So, I mean, have we seen the last of George Joe on the independent circuit? He also won the KSW heavyweight title, but then they folded immediately. So, gentlemen, valued at $10K per fight, and he's currently getting paid $8. So that's actually not that bad. But we will see what happens with the George Joe, the Great Bidding War of late 2009. All right, and here's the news everyone's been waiting for. George Joe has signed a contract extension with Cage Rage, giving him another 3 years and 6 fights with the British Indie. Now, granted, it is a standard contract, and he could sign an exclusive one at every given point in time. He's now up to 8th in the world as a heavyweight. I don't know what... I'm actually really curious how he managed to go up a spot. Let's check. Looks like Pedro Rizzo and Crocop went down, so Crocop lost to Verdum, and Rizzo beat Hoyas Gracie. Hollis? I don't know. He beat A. Gracie. So, now we know. Anyway, Rizzo down, Joe up. Like he belongs. We'll have to see what where Joe goes from here, but he is ready to fight again. Like I said, 13 days. So we will see how they use him now that he's been booked. A little bit of news as we step in November. Ron Francis Jr. has left his team. Maybe looking for a bigger and better team. He's based in America, but under contract with Pride. I don't know why he doesn't just move to Japan, but that's all the news as we enter November. But there's bigger news as we still remain on the first day of November. It's Machado McGregor time. 242-pound athlete facing a guy named Matthew Paterson. McGregor, a kickboxer, has been out of action for months and months following an arrest for an assault charge. But we don't need to talk about that. Just 20 years old from Northern Ireland. Dodges a jab and hits a nice straight right. His kickboxing style. Patterson misses a left hand. 3 quick punches and a leg kick. Nice high roundhouse kick from McGregor. Paterson rocked. Floors him with the right hand to the jaw. Pounding away now. Pounding away with right hands. Paterson taking a beating there, and he's out cold. Here's your winner by TKO in just 2 minutes and 5 seconds of the very first round. Machado McGregor. McGregor has returned to action in dominant and successful form following his legal troubles. So we are delighted to see that for him, and we look forward to seeing what he will be doing in the future. Congratulations to Machado McGregor. Ladies and gentlemen, we are at UFC 84 in Nevada. Monson versus Whitehead, battling it out for the vacant UFC Heavyweight Championship. Clash between the number 10 and number 19 ranked heavyweight fighters in the world. We're not really here for that fight. We're here for the prelims, which are headlined by Portuguese sensation, the one, Bruno Guimas, and he will be facing off with Sean McCorkle. Big, sexy Sean McCorkle. 4-2 record. Kind of just a can here for Bruno to crush. He's a minus 1060 favorite. Mixed martial arts record. His opponent, a Brazilian jiu-jitsu specialist. However, this is the UFC, and everyone here deserves to be here, even in 2009. Let's get straight into it. 7-2 versus 4-2 here. There's the opening bell. 2 men touching gloves now. Toe-to-toe with strikes as we start the first round. Guimas stalking forward, pressuring McCorkle. Fantastic right cross. McCorkle's knocked down. Guimas pounding away on his face. McCorkle can't do anything about it. The referee has to stop the fight. Oh my goodness. The Nevada crowd coming absolutely unglued as they thought they were about to watch some big lumbering heavyweight action just as we were about to kick off the pay-per-view. But no, 53 seconds into the very first round, Bruno Guimas uncorks a right hand that puts Sean on his back looking up at the lights, and he never recovered. Congratulations to the one Bruno Guimas. He has now improved to 1-1 in UFC after dropping back-to-back fights to Brock Lesnar and Elite XC, and now Andrei Arlovsky, former champion. What a way to strike back for the one Bruno Guimas, proving he does belong in UFC. We all knew that, but we need to make sure Dana did too. So congratulations, Bruno. Just one little bit of news that following Monday, Ron Francis Jr. has joined the Gracie Jiu-Jitsu Academy to train. So, new team for Ron Francis Jr. Paul Buentello also trains there. I guess that's something. A top 25 women's fighter. That's something. And the Elite XC Bantamweight champion. So there you go. Truly a prestigious team. Let's see what else. Let's check and see. Yeah, Mike Whitehead did win that heavyweight championship. He holds a victory over Alex O'Reilly, spoiling Alex O'Reilly's UFC debut, and now he holds the championship. So, congrats to Mike Whitehead, I guess. That's, you know, hey, you're a champ. No one can ever take that away from you. Alright, and we are here at Strikeforce, Muxlau versus Cyborg. No one cares about the main card. Let's go to the undercard. Dan Christensen versus Anderson. Christensen versus Anderson. Christensen a 10-7 fighter, -600 favorite. Anderson a 4-2 record overall. He's a +470 underdog. Let's get straight into it. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu versus Muay Thai kickboxing. That's 3 different styles. We'll have to see how it goes there. 2 guys touching gloves as we start. Anderson coming, looking forward to strike. Anderson with the quick 1-2. Can't land either. Christensen shoots that takedown. Gets it. Anderson's on his back. Christensen pounding away. Can't really get it done. Christensen trying to pass the guard here. Gets into side control. Going for the Americana on Anderson. Ooh, ouch. Dan Christensen goes ahead and takes care of Anderson without too much difficulty. Americana, 2 minutes and 26 seconds into round number 1. Christensen's record improves to 11-7, and Anderson falls to 4-3 overall. Not exactly the fight Anderson was hoping for here. That's a tough one to take. Anderson may just not be main event MMA quality, unfortunately. Not everyone is. It sucks that it happens to one of our guys, but I did not interfere in anyone's career, and I'm not about to start now. But we will see how Anderson decides to bounce back from this in the future. Unfortunately, I was correct. Anderson has been cut from the Strikeforce roster after going 1-2 in his time there. No, sorry, that's 1-3 in his time there. He has beat Carmelo Marrero, but lost to Brandon Lee Hinkle, Shane Carwin, and Dan Christensen in his time. Fortunately, not good enough to keep it a record there. We'll have to see what's next for him when he recovers. Perhaps he can get a contract somewhere else, but for now, that is the end of Anderson in Strikeforce. Tad bit of mail here. Machado McGregor impressed enough in his indie fights that he has been approached by both Elite XC and Strikeforce. So it looks like the Northern Irishman will have no shortage of places to choose from for his next fight. In 14 days, he'll be ready to fight again, and that next booking very well may come under a Strikeforce or Elite XC banner. Speaking of Elite XC, Billy Willie is rematching Daniel Puder for the Elite XC Heavyweight Championship. That's a booking that makes a ton of sense. Billy's only career loss came against Daniel Puder, and Billy is now the champion. Therefore, Billy versus Puder makes sense to me. Let's make it happen. January 2010, that will be one heck of a way to kick off our next episode. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here for the main event of Pride 58. Jack Duplessis versus Alistair Overeem. Overeem, a slight favorite. Nothing on the undercard for us, so we'll skip straight to the main event of the evening. Jack Duplessis, I believe, first main event in Japan. Don't quote me on that. Duplessis, a 9-1 record. Overeem, 25-8. He is a veteran for his age, on a 3-fight winning streak after his loss to Josh Barnett at Pride 47. Jack Duplessis on a 5-fight winning streak following his loss to Alexei Oleinik in K1 Heroes. This is Jack's second Pride fight after decimating Hidehiko Yoshida in his previous fight. The two men face off in the main event of Pride 58. Let's get straight into it. Kickboxing versus wrestling. Jack's got 35 pounds on Demolition Man. Ignores a glove touch. Both guys coming together to strike now. Jack hits a left to the body. Overeem, quick spin kick. Two guys fighting now. Jack hits a jab. Trying to pressure Overeem and exchanging strikes. Overeem with the counter left. Jack with the 1-2. Both guys moving in to fight now. Ooh, Jack takes a roundhouse kick to the body. Jack missing a lot of big shots and taking counters from Demolition Man. Overeem hits a jab now. Overeem with a 4-punch combo. Jack with a left hook. Overeem lands with a quick punch. Nothing much though. Tries to relax and moves forward. We're about halfway through the first round. Overeem misses a body kick now. Both guys fighting together. Left jab. Overeem with the jab. Two guys together. Jack with a 1-2. Overeem lands four punches and a kick, but is very tired. Jack goes for that side control, that trip, gets him side control straight for the Kimura. Overeem blocks the Kimura for now. Overeem sweeps it, takes his back. He's got Overeem in the rear naked choke, flattens him out, and he taps out. Jack Duplessis wins 7 minutes and 16 seconds into round number 1. Jack Duplessis has choked out Alistair Overeem to move to 10-1, 2-0 in Pride, and Jack is on his way up. That is what the wrestling does for Jack Duplessis. What an incredible move from our boy Jack. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Overeem tires himself out with strikes. Jack sweeps the leg. Side control. Tries that Kimura. As Overeem rolls too far and gets his back taken. And it is all over. Beautiful fight. And we are extremely excited. As Jack Duplessis' future is incredibly bright. And there you have it, folks. Machado McGregor has signed a standard contract with Elite XC. He now belongs to the same heavyweight division as our boy Billy Willie, who is the champion of that division, actually. We'll be defending that title against Daniel Puder, and we could see a high octane fight. I don't know, matchup, something, confrontation between the two. Holy smokes, English is hard. Anyway, Machado McGregor, he's got himself a deal. Congratulations to him. He's got a contract. Just goes to show that felons can, in fact, turn their lives around. Really proud of him. Alex O'Reilly's been booked to face Wes Shivers at UFC 86. There's Anyos versus Diaz, too. That'll be a bagger of a main event. Jeez. RDA and Diaz fighting for the vacant UFC lightweight title because Jens Pulver went on hiatus. Co-main event of that fight will be Brock Lesnar versus Frank Mir. Hey, I've seen that one before. Anyway, Brock Lesnar's only loss is to Billy Willie in his debut and has then rattled off 6 consecutive wins. Fantastic. Congratulations to him. Anyway, he'll be facing off with Frank Mir. He's 13-2 of his own volition, having only lost to Ian Freeman in 2002 and Andrei Arlovsky in 2008. Now, that'll be great. But on the prelims, we have Alex O'Reilly, company-ranked 7th heavyweight, versus Wes Shivers, the 22nd ranked heavyweight, but he is 5-0, and none of those have come in UFC yet. 4 independent shows and 1 at King of the Cage by split decision. Kind of seems like Shivers here is going to get his timbers shivered, and he is a plus 950 underdog. So, bit of a walkover for Alex O'Reilly. Hypothetically, again, UFC, everyone belongs to be there, but we know that Alex O'Reilly deserves it, so not too worried for him. There's a name we haven't heard this episode. Eric Fonga has been booked to face Pedro Rizzo at Pride Bushido 13. Rizzo coming off a win over Rolas Gracie? I feel like he was booked against someone else, but I can't remember who. Anyway. Yeah, so Rolas, or Pedro, multiple-time title challenger. Fonga will be facing off with him, coming off a win over Edson Drago and a loss to Sergey Karatonov. Glad I don't have to say that much. 8-3 versus 19-6-1. The two will face off in January. Will not feature on this episode, but we are excited to see it nonetheless. Maybe he is a let's see. Let's check Fonga. Alright. Fonga, fight history, or news history. You got in trouble for posting racist stuff on social media. I did not realize that happened. Interesting. Let's jump to Pedro Rizzo. I could have sworn he was facing somebody else, but maybe I'm crazy. Anyway, now you know. Happy New Year, everyone. It is 2010, first day of 2010. Bellator has added a heavyweight division, so that's exciting. The heavyweight division 206 to 265, so it could be an option for some of our guys. 4th ranked company in the world, so we could be seeing some cool stuff coming up here in the future. Maybe a heavyweight title. We will have to see once they start making some offers here. We will find out. Stipe Miocic. He could probably be an alright fighter someday. Let's check out the awards. Tim Kennedy, Fighter of the Year. UFC Company of the Year. Karina Dam, Female Fighter of the Year. The fight I've never heard of is Fight of the Year. Oh, Bellator won Show of the Year. And Brad Tavares, Knockout of the Year. Joseph Benavidez, Submission of the Year. Same thing. Khabib Nurmagomedov won Rookie of the Year. Seems legit. He looks set to have a glittering career. Probably. Team of the Year, Jackson Wink. Upset of the Year, Conor McGregor beating Dennis Silver in K1 Heroes. Worst Fight of the Year, wasn't any of our guys. Good to know. Anyway, not much to report as we finish the end of the year, but 2009 is over. We are into 2010. Happy New Year, everyone, in the game and in real life. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time.